sitting back and watching others literally live in my past timeline. Now that's main character energy. I said that because people are just like literally living in situations that I conjured up in my mind, and they're still living in that place, and it's not manipulative because I didn't, like, force them to do anything, but they chose to join in on my storyline, and I'm the main character, obviously, because if I didn't make that decision to stay in that place where I was at, they wouldn't be here. If I would have chose to go somewhere else that one particular day, then they wouldn't even be there to even, I don't know where they would be. They would be in another timeline. And so it's really up to them to decide if they want to continue to live in my timeline or if they want to jump timelines into their own. But me, on the other hand, I'm jumping timelines, and that's all I could think. And I am the main character. And so, yeah, it's villains in my life and all of that. The same villain that's been there is the same villain that don't get no contact. You know what I'm saying? And I figured out that this was the person that was probably doing some craft on me. I'm gonna just say some craft, and I'm coining that, the craft. Now, if you know what the craft is, you know. If you don't know, then just look it up. Get with the lingo. Well, anyways, they are very quote unquote religious, but they do stuff that's crafty. You know what I'm saying? You are definitely like casting spells and stuff on me, and so like I kind of knew it in the back of my head, and I kept on doing, like, sending all of my enemies, everybody that ever had any animosity towards me, I would be actually just sending them love and forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Love, lightness, forgiveness, all of that. I decided to send love, light, and forgiveness to, like, basically all my enemies. And once I did that, things started just going up and up and up. If it's up, if it's stuck for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I started getting everything that I wanted, everything that I needed, manifesting, all of that. And it really kind of all boiled down to just like, I had to realize, like, yeah, it is somebody that's like mad at me. And who is this person that's mad at me? That's just like, I ain't doing nothing to nobody. I'm like sending good energy to everybody. And I had to think, like, oh, is this Psycho MNFer? You know what I'm saying? It still got me on their brain. And like, no, I'm completely severing ties with you and that other person that put me in your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say no names. And I knew that this person was really messing on me because it was just like the biggest day that I was supposed to have of my life, like graduating college and stuff. And it was on my birthday. I knew it was a spiritual warfare because that morning I woke up feeling like crap. The worst feeling I ever felt in my life. And like, I was like seriously contemplating just saying screw it, because my health really actually matters more than even my graduation ceremony, the biggest day of my life. And so instead of saying screw it, I was like, no, I'm not gonna say screw it. I pulled myself up from the bootstraps, even though I was feeling like crap. And I made it up to my graduation, and I walked across that stage with a whole bunch of other wonderful, brilliant students, and a lot of them was black too. So a lot of just like, it was just so amazing, and it felt good to get like people saying congratulations and big ups and all of that stuff, because you graduate in college. This is not like a little deal. This is a big deal, for anybody, no matter what. So that day I felt like crap, and it was my birthday too. I was supposed to be turning up off the island somewhere, but I couldn't even. After that graduation ceremony, I barely could make it to the car. I went to CVS Pharmacy. I got me some Tylenol for kids because I really like my tolerance for stuff is really low. And then I got me some orange juice. And that's all I could. I couldn't even eat. I could barely sleep. I had the sweats. I felt like crap. I felt like I was finna DIE. I just felt like I was finna be out. I really did. And then I was just like what is this? Like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? And then people was all in the background saying that it could be the CV-19 and stuff. And I'm like, no, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. But, you know, you never know with certain things, you know. It's just like, I got to roll with the punches. But now I know in hindsight, my spiritual stuff, it always happened in hindsight for me. I'm thinking like, why would I be feeling like crap on the biggest day of my life? You know what I'm saying? It's just like somebody had put a curse on me, like, oh, if she ever graduate college, like, without me or something, then she not gonna be feeling her best or something, or she gonna be sick and downtrodden. And sure enough, I was very sick, but I bounced back from that, and nobody could take my degree away from me on that. So, back to sender, and I'm still sending you love, light, and forgiveness back to sender. Anybody that's sending me whatever energies, back to you, good and bad. So that's how it goes. If you're sending me good energy, then you get it back. If you're sending me bad energy, I'm sending you positive energy, and I'm also sending you the energy that you're sending me back. And so that's how it goes. So your best bet would be just to not mess with me. You know what I'm saying? Just leave me alone, because I am protected. And now I know that something happened. So like it forced me into really changing my lifestyle anyway, because it's just like, okay, you think that you can attack me on this side of it because yeah, you really had some skin in the game, but you don't got no more skin in the game. And as far as like with my eating and my health and whatever, if I'm in control of that, then even from the spiritual side, you can't mess with me. You know what I'm saying? And so I figured out it was the person that basically put a spell on me, put a little curse on me or whatever. And it was an old curse. It wasn't like something that was new. This was somebody that had put a curse on me from way, way back. And was just like, you know, once you become successful, or you'll never make it successful. And then so when I finally become successful and I finally accomplished something that you thought that I wouldn't accomplish without you, then now I get very sick. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a very healthy person. And so now I'm even healthier ever since that incident. And I don't want to brag on none of my lifestyle. I've changed my whole lifestyle. I don't even eat meat anymore. And so if you was attacking me on an aggressive type of manner, and like, you know, a carnal type of manner where you're a carnivore and you eat flesh and stuff, I don't eat flesh. That's what you do when you eat animals. I no longer do that. And so that happened. I stopped eating meat and stuff after my graduation, because I'm like, my health matters more and I need to get more in tune with my spiritual side. And so that was my way of showing spirit, like, look, I am serious about what I put in my body and who I am and how I want to come off and how I want to portray myself in this spiritual world. I am a warrior. I am a spiritual warrior. So you cannot just come up to me in a spiritual way and or a physical way or a mental way and think that you're just going to come running stuff. No. And so I had to get myself in check with that. And so once I was able to check myself, now I can revert back to this person that's really messing with my life and stuff. Just back off. As far as any ties with me, they're all completely severed, done, finito.